Rabbi Avraham Trugman aims to inspire and help people to accomplish the worthwhile goal of mastering time. Continuing with his series, Becoming a Master of Time, Rabbi Trugman shares with us what it means to live in the moment.
One of the secrets of becoming a master of time is the concept of focus. Being able to focus one's mental capacities, to focus one's energy, and to arrange one's time to be able to focus on what one wants to accomplish. So along with this comes the concept of what's popularly called be here now, to live in the moment. Now this is obviously a very, very important concept, but it's very tricky. Everyone can ask themselves a question: how many times are we spacing out to the past and future tripping? How many times, and this is the scariest of it all, when you're driving a car and you kind of snap to and you realize you really weren't focused on your driving. You got from point A to B, and it's a scary feeling. It's like, oh my gosh, the last minute I was someplace else. So the ability to be in the moment is actually an incredible challenge. It takes a lot of training. But that training, again, if one depends on techniques will help. But if one doesn't have a sense of purpose, why not space out? Because I don't need to be focused now, and I'm not trying to accomplish anything. So why do I have to stay focused? In dream analysis, in tests they've done about dreaming, they estimate that the average person daydreams between 3 and 4 hours a day. Obviously not at the same time. So staying focused is an art. And people who know how to get things done, they know how to focus. And why do they know how to focus? Because what they're doing is very important to them. And therefore, they train themselves to be focused in the moment. When we talk about focusing as a means to get the most out of time, so like everything else, it can be tricky, because especially in society today, where there are so many distractions, there are so many things calling for our attention, there's so much stimuli, that we can't always focus on one thing. This is what's popularly called multitasking. Now this is also something valuable. But the problem is, in today's society, is people have forgotten how to focus on one thing at a time, and instead try, in a sense, to be everything for everyone at every time. So people are walking around with their tablets, and they have in their pocket their cell phone, and they every 10 minutes are checking their email and their FaceTime and their Facebook, and they don't even know who's using what device to get their attention. So this is a problem. This becomes, for most people. Some people are able to multitask and have their eye on the ball on 3, 4, 5 things at the same time. But most people cannot do that. And so the art is, right now, I'll give an example. Give an example that every religious Jew faces. You wake up in the morning, and the first among the first things we do is we go and we pray for anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. Now, when we wake up in the morning, we wake up with, what do I need to do today? When do I have to be at work? When am I supposed to pick up the kids? What does my calendar say? 4 o'clock at the doctor, 3 o'clock lunch meeting, and all of this is going through our head as we walk to synagogue to try to pray for an hour. So obviously that becomes, this is just an example. Anyone can take this example and apply it to their own lives. So the art is, right now I am praying. I have the whole rest of the day to figure out everything else, and I will get to it. But right now, I want to pray, and I want the words to be meaningful, and I want it to be a spiritual experience. So to be a spiritual experience right now, I really can't be thinking about all these other things. And be able to tell oneself and have the will, that goes along with focus, is will, to have the will and the confidence that I can take this half an hour right now and do this, and it won't be at the expense of all the other things I have to do. And then just continue through the day. Because now when I have my business meeting, if I can't give the person my whole attention, what are they going to think of me? I'm thinking about these other 17 things that I have to get done, and it'll become obvious very soon. So at the business meeting, I have to be able to put my whole attention to that. Again, this is an art, and it takes training, and it takes learning how to do this.